A crowded street, broad daylight. A Nazi officer walks past civilians, completely relaxed. A man bumps into him. Sorry. Keeps walking. 3 seconds later, the officer collapses. No gunshot, no weapon, no attacker. Just a body on the ground and a street full of witnesses who saw nothing. So, what just killed him? Because this wasn't luck, and it wasn't magic. It was a weapon so small, you could carry it in your shirt pocket and use it in the middle of a crowd, without anyone realizing a shot was fired. We'll come back to that moment. Welcome to Allied Sabotage Vault, where we uncover the hidden weapons and silent tactics that broke the Nazi war machine from the inside. If you're into real covert warfare, subscribe, because these stories only get stranger. By 1944, killing a high-value Nazi officer wasn't the hard part. Getting away was. Cities were packed with informants, patrols, checkpoints. Pull a gun, you're dead. Run, you're chased. Hide, you're found. The Allies didn't need louder weapons. They needed something impossible. A weapon you could use while standing right next to your target in public and still walk away. The American OSS had one obsession. How do you hide a weapon in plain sight? Not under a coat, not inside a sleeve, out in the open. Something so normal, no one would ever question it. The answer was sitting in every pocket already. A pen. This was the OSS Stinger Pen Pistol. 5 inches long, lightweight, completely unremarkable. Inside, a single .22 caliber bullet and a spring-loaded firing system. No traditional trigger, no visible barrel. To fire it, you remove the cap, aimed like a pen, and press the top. That's it. One click, one shot. At close range, it was lethal. And in a noisy street, almost impossible to hear. But here's the part most people miss. The weapon itself wasn't the real advantage. The situation was, imagine this again. You're an agent. Your target is 5 feet away. No cover, no backup, no second chance. You walk up, make contact, a handshake, a bump, a distraction. The pen is already in your hand. One press. You don't run. You don't react. You just keep walking. Behind you. Confusion, not panic, because no one even knows a weapon was used, and by the time they understand, you're gone. This is what made the Stinger dangerous. Not power, not range, uncertainty. Because now, every civilian could be armed. Every interaction could be deadly. A handshake, a conversation, a simple bump in the street. The Germans weren't just fighting enemies anymore. They were fighting possibility, and that changes behavior. This wasn't just one weapon. It was a strategy. The OSS and SOE kept doing this. Pen guns, cigarette pistols, sleeve guns, different shapes, same principle. Hide the weapon, hide the moment, win before the enemy reacts. So go back to that street, the officer falling, the crowd confused, the man walking away, with nothing but a pen in his pocket. No explosion, no warning, no trace. That's how some of the most dangerous weapons of World War II worked. Not bigger, not louder, just invisible. This is Allied Sabotage Vault. If this one made you think differently, subscribe. Next time, we're opening another vault, and it gets even more insane. Drop a comment. What should we cover next? Because some of the most unbelievable weapons are the ones history barely remembers.